Hello everyone, my name is Artemis Black and welcome to a brand new YouTube playlist. This is going to be called The Road to Eurobowl. Eurobowl teams finalized in a few weeks' time. I actually don't know the exact date. So people are looking to tweak their teams to check if the teams that they've currently made are the meta teams. So we are going to combine taking a look at a current online tournament called The Road to Eurobowl with looking at what I think the good Eurobowl rosters actually are. So the plan for this playlist is to cast a game. It's to look at at least one of the top players. Sometimes it'll just be players we know or something I want to look at because those were the players playing the teams that I'm interested in looking at. For example, there's a dwarf game coming up that doesn't really have a top player in it. But I was interested in seeing how dwarves play in the Eurobowl rule set. And before those games cast, I will show you the rosters and we'll talk about roster builds. So the format will be Road to Eurobowl, and then after it will be what races there is. So the first game coming up is a Dark Elf Mirror. Dark Elves, very interesting in Eurobowl, and we'll talk about that when we talk about the game. And then after that will be the cast for the game, and during the cast for the game, we get to talk about the tactics that you can use as that team and as that build. And maybe if they're using a different build to what I recommend, we can talk about how the difference in builds is affecting their team and whether or not one would be better or another. So hopefully this will be useful. People will be able to both check out their rosters and then check out how those rosters play into other good players and my strategies and tactics for playing those rosters. This is going to be a pretty hectic time period. I'm going to try and fit in almost every roster we can over the next 3 weeks. So these matches are going to probably go up every day. I am going to be using Fumble, as you can see online. Obviously, we can't use Blood Bowl 3. It does not have the updated rules and sucks. So Fumble is it because it doesn't suck and it does have all the updated rules, and it's also where Road to Eurobowl is being played for both of those reasons. Where we will also be just along the way covering the Road to Eurobowl. It's one of the biggest online NAF tournaments ever. It might be the biggest online NAF tournament ever, and quite a lot of the major international teams are in it. Monitors, who's the new French captain, Cheat has brought his team to the Road to Eurobowl. Team Wales are there. It's a 4-man team, so it's not actually the Eurobowl teams, but they are splitting up. So Team Wales, for example, have brought their 8 as 2 4s. Team Scotland have brought teams there. I don't know if you can tell me if I'm correct, Jock. Have they brought all 8 and bring in and have split into 2 4s as well? Team Switzerland are there. Team Spain are there. Team Italy are there. It's a massive tournament with a lot of the good players who are going to be at the Eurobowl itself. So this is a big thing. These people are testing it out. It's a little less formal for the Scots. Okay. But a number of the Scots Eurobowl team are there, right? Of the 8 Eurobowl players, are all 8 there? It's just some of them are split off to play with mates. There we go. All 8. The one notable exception that I'm going to include in my intro, because there's still bad blood, so I get to give a quick dig, is that Team England have not sent anyone at all, because obviously they don't need the practice. Sorry, couldn't say that with a straight face. The European team is in the thing, so we'll be having a look at the European team and how they get on. Punchy and some of the other guys are in there, Juju and can't remember who else. But none of Team England Eurobowl's team are there. Team England are in fact playing themselves here. So I will be including some of their games too, where they just play in each other. So they don't get to hide. I still get to watch their games and see how their builds hold up. And I am going to do that because it's kind of interesting because obviously Pete W in the tabletop world does really well with Black Orcs, and I online do really well with Black Orcs, and we have very different team builds, but we both do very well. So that'll be interesting to see the difference there. I am of the opinion that he does well because his opponents are worse. But we'll see if that's correct because he's playing, for example, K-Fool, who absolutely is not worse, and we'll see how that goes. So we will get to drag in most of the things. I think the one of the major teams, well, maybe major teams that aren't there, and because of the scheduling, is the American team. There are Americans in this, but the American Eurobowl team is not in there, which is a bit of a shame. And I also don't know if the French people that Monitor is playing are actually his Eurobowl team. I have no idea about the world of French Blood Bowl. So we will find that out. But Monitor himself is there, and he's got a fully French team, and there's other French teams there as well. So you've got to assume some of them are going to be there for practice for Eurobowl. I'm actually quite excited about this. I think this is a great online tournament to watch to try and connect the two worlds of online and tabletop. I think more of that is needed for both ends of the spectrum reasons, both for unity and for people to clear up their own delusions, right? Some people who play tabletop are absolutely deluded about the level of play in tabletop. But also clearing that aside, you want to try and combine the two worlds. There's no point in having two, like Blood Bowl is a niche hobby. There's no point in having two different giant cliques of tabletop and online. They absolutely should be mixing back and forth as much as possible. So I'm very excited that I get to watch a lot of the tabletoppers play again. It's been a while since we get to see that. We get to follow tabletop tournaments very badly. Oh, okay, hang on, give me a sec. We might get some info about the French team. Yes, please, Tempest. That would be very handy. When I do the games, then I'll have the information. Tempest was just offering to send me the list of who the Eurobowl team are. So if I get more information about the other teams, I'll talk about it as we go along. They're not named very well. They're not obviously named like Team Wales 1 and Team Wales 2 sort of thing. It's hard to pull out who's who, but I will try and get the information from the various people as we talk about this tournament. So first game up is probably going to be a little bit of a squash up because I already cast the game before I decided I was going to make this a big playlist. So ignore the fake little intro and the fact that it's two videos cut together. That's the first game up. And then after that, there will be all one video of me talking about the teams and then casting the game. Hopefully you can find some use in this. I'm actually excited about casting some games, unlike the Blood Bowl 3 ones that I've been doing recently. So I will see you there.